And I would like to introduce the Vice President of Spiritual Unity Movement, Nancy Fuller.
Good evening. We're so excited that you're all here tonight. We're excited to be here. We haven't gotten to do this ceremony live and in person for 3 years. So we're just really, as you can see, we've transformed Granada Hills CSL into stupas and Buddhas, because tonight we celebrate Wesak, which is one of the festivals of spring, and it's where we honor the Buddha for his life and enlightenment and death. But before we get to the ceremony, I have a few opening words I'd like to say tonight. We have 2 clipboards that Liz is going to pass around. We don't have your current email or phone number, we would love to have that so that we can make sure you know when we meet here once a month. We have a healing box in the back. Liz is right there by it, so I'll have her pick it up. And so we have Florence is the director of our healing ministry, and she has many healers all across the country, really, that pray over the names and the requests that are put in the healing box every month. So we encourage you to do that. If you have a prayer request for yourself or others, please do that. So we meet at the time of the full moon every month because there's other beautiful ceremonies and people gathering all over the globe at this time to have the full moon. It's a very powerful time, and we found that we've been doing it now for, I think, going over 20 years every month. And so we just are so blessed to be here because we feel like this is our time to really feel our spiritual oneness with everyone on the planet, that we are all one. So we affirm at this time our Spiritual Unity Movement mission statement. It's to celebrate the spiritual unity of all life and raise the consciousness of light and love through community, meditation, and education, and to inspire and empower those who attend the World Healing Meditation ceremonies and all of humanity with the life-transforming experience of healing, oneness, and unity. We are saving our planet from the inside. I love that. We did it in unison. Beautiful. All right. I think that'll do it. I'm going to call up Arlene, who's going to give us our message of the moon for tonight. Okay.
I'm sorry, baby. Good evening. Okay. The full moon for this month. Give me a minute, I'm a little rusty. Yeah, May's 23rd, May 2023 full moon was today at 1:34 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, and the May full moon is also known as the flower moon because all the flowers are blooming. The full flower moon lunar eclipse, which will reach its peak in the fixed water sign of Scorpio, highlighting important emotional realizations for every zodiac sign. As the eclipse unfolds, you'll be invited to take a look at where you've been exercising an excessive amount of control or carefulness. So much so that it could be doing more harm than good. And by the way, we're not going to be able to see the eclipse in North America. Since this eclipse is taking place along the south node, you're being prompted to allow yourself to experience the depths of intimacy and emotion without holding back. Vulnerability isn't anything to be afraid of. Once you allow yourself to fully be open and receptive, you're able to enjoy life and what it has to offer to the fullest. Self-discipline is an essential quality, but it's important not to exercise so much restraint that you're not experiencing true satisfaction. Scorpio-ruled house in your birth chart is where you'll be prompted to free yourself from the old, outdated worries or concerns. And the Taurus-ruled house is where you're being called to develop and lean into it. Allow yourself to wallow in comfort and satisfaction this season. You can indulge in things without feeling like they have to be earned. Yay. Yes! That's important. I'll say that again. You can indulge in things without feeling like they have to be earned. That's important. If you've been knee-deep in luxury self-care products and food talk recently, you're definitely doing Taurus season the right way. As the Venus-ruled earth sign of the zodiac, this season is primarily about indulging in life's finer things, even if they come with a hefty price tag, like having my back deck done. Your pleasure and comfort are top priorities, and you're feeling far less concerned with making any sudden or drastic moves. As Mercury retrograde would have it, things probably feel like they're moving very slow right now. But this is allowing you to take a moment to pause long enough to enjoy the stable, reliant values, assets, and comforts that you have around you. However, as the upcoming lunar eclipse approaches, you will be prompted to assess the emotional weights that have been keeping you from peak satisfaction. While change may not be something you're welcoming with open arms, the spiritual meaning of the May 2023 lunar eclipse is pushing you to loosen your grip on any feelings or sensations rooted in scarcity and fear. This full moon and lunar eclipse is all about passion, and that extends to almost all areas of your life. You'll feel fired up to make things happen at work, whether it's finally checking that big project off your to-do list or applying for that job that's felt slightly out of reach. At the gym, you might sign up for the fitness challenge or take on a new, harder class, all with the goal of pushing yourself just a little more. In your love life, expect your relationships to level up, meaning hotter dates, deeper late-night chats, and steamier sex. This full moon is vibrating with Uranus, the planet of risk, making you open to change. Whether you like it or not, change will happen, so you might as well accept it and lean into it. During this full moon, you'll push yourself more at work. That go-getter attitude won't go unnoticed. On the fitness front, whatever your goals are, you'll totally crush them and end up a little healthier and stronger in the process. Okay, so how will the full flower moon in Scorpio impact your zodiac sign? Okay, Aries, this one's for you. This lunar eclipse is likely to turn your attention to how you share give, and receive in your important relationships. It could make your bond stronger, or it could bring friction depending on whether you're on steady ground or not. For those Taurus folks in the audience, a pivotal point in your life regarding partnerships is here. Major decisions like moving in together, getting engaged, or even married could be on the horizon depending on where you stand in your relationship. The same goes for business relationships. Gemini, you could see a shakeup in your daily routines. This could come in the form of employment, a major milestone project, or even physical health. A situation around a pet could also pop up. Cancer folks, turning points may occur in romance, true love, hobbies, fertility, or creativity. You'll be igniting to pursue your heart's desires and not settle for less. Those of you who are Leo, this lunation will rock your domestic life, home, and family. An intense ending or emotional experience may arise within your family due to the moon's effect on home life. This may make you feel quite nostalgic and reflect on your heritage and the past. Virgo, open-mindedness is the name of the game for you. The lunar eclipse will activate your sector of communications, intellect, and ideas. Whatever it may be, your thoughts and voice need to be heard. Okay, Libra. This lunar eclipse will rock your income, wealth, and resources. If a job or income stream ends at this time, use this energy to get on the hunt for something even better. Scorpio, significant endings, breakthroughs, or breakdowns could all happen. Now is a time to release the past and what isn't serving you. Step upon the path to pursue what truly makes you happy. Listen to the universe and create your future. Sagittarius, this lunar eclipse could feel difficult as you are forced to face your past, your baggage, your anxieties, and your fears. Rest and meditate during this time. It will help you to feel less stressed. Capricorn, a change involving friends and your social circle could be right around the corner. A friend could step up to aid you, or one might exit your life. Aquarians, the approaching lunar eclipse could bring a spark to your career, ambitions, and public recognition. Yay. A job could come to an end around this time. Look at it from the point of view that you are being redirected to a new position elsewhere or a fresh career path altogether. Pisces, as the lunar eclipse positively aligns your sign, you'll feel like you now have the energy to step out of your comfort zone. Yay. Have a great night, everybody. See you next month.
Thank you, Arlene, for that beautiful message of the moon. That's a lot of message. A lot to take in. All right. Welcome, dear travelers on the path. I greet you as your Spiritual Unity Movement tour guide. We take a journey tonight together into the Sacred Valley to witness and participate in a grand event, one of such importance that your participation is crucial, and we are grateful that you are here. We are here together tonight to receive and radiate spiritual energy. You are the courageous ones. The journey begins. The full moon in May is celebrated all over the world with events honoring the birth, the enlightenment, and the death of the Buddha in that order. We do not celebrate the physical death of Siddhartha Gautama, the first Buddha, for he did not die a traditional physical death. It is the death of ego, which leads to the awakening of consciousness, enlightenment, and cause the rebirth, known as the ascension into the light of the divine. We celebrate not only the Buddha, but the Christ, and all beings whom we know as the ascended masters. Jesus, the Christ, holds the office of Christhood, anchoring the special vibrational frequency of divine expression known as the Christed light into the hearts of all humanity. We celebrate peace, compassion, and harmony. Traditionally, at this second festival of spring, we read the Legend of Wesak and partake in the Tibetan water bowl ceremony, which we will do tonight. We are in for a very special evening. With your help, reenacting the festival that takes place in the secret Himalayan valley each year, many faiths have built shrines to their holy men and women. The Buddhist tradition has the stupa. The stupa is a structure built with intent to purify energy and anchor peace, harmony, and compassion. We have our 4 stupas right here. This is the west, the east, the north, and the south. This evening, we will view the 4 directional altars of the stupa and place our conscious intent for compassion and the alleviation of suffering for all, to heal conditions in our lives as individuals, for our loved ones, and for all sentient beings. The stupa is a very powerful way to purify negative karma and accumulate merits of the heart. And so we begin.
We're going to begin with our opening rituals. And we ask that you please turn your cell phones off and turn them off of vibrate as well, because even the vibration we can still feel here and it intrudes. Please check my phone. We begin our full moon meditation this evening with an invocation. Great Father, Mother, God and Goddess, be with us here now. Hold this space sacred from which we may do our work. Open our hearts to your golden light, that we may radiate love into the hearts of all. Open our minds to your divine knowing, that we may radiate understanding into the minds of all. Open our spirits to your infinite presence, that we may radiate awareness into the spirits of all. One heart, one mind, one spirit, unlimited and indivisible. Be still and know, I am God. Acknowledging that spirit is one and the paths to God are many, in our opening ritual, we will honor the world's religions and the many names of God with a quote from each religion on the topic of love. A bell will be rung and a candle lit as the name of divinity is sounded for each of the major religions of the world, after which we will sound the Om. Om is an ancient sacred tone, a deepening. Sounding the Om allows an intoning of grace, balance, and empowerment. There is no right or wrong way. Simply relax into your own tone, open to the nuances of this sacred sound as it moves through you. Our opening ritual will conclude with all of us sounding the Om several times, each on your own note, in your own time, in the continuing, free-form, beautiful, rhythmic creation of tapestry, healing sound. We honor all religions as expressions of the one God. I love you, Travis. Great Spirit, divine essence. May the wellspring of love find in us an unimpeded channel. Om. In the sacred tradition of Taoism, the Tao, spirit, arms us with love. In the sacred tradition of Hinduism, Ishvara, Shiva, Vishnu, Brahma, one best worships the Lord through love. Om. In the sacred tradition of Buddhism, Lord Buddha, cultivate a heart of love. In the tradition of the sacred feminine, the goddess in all her forms, the Divine Mother loves, nurtures, and sustains all. In the sacred tradition of Judaism, Adonai Elohim, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and your neighbor as yourself. In the sacred tradition of Christianity, God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. God is love. In the sacred tradition of First Nations people of all lands, love is the medicine that holds all life together. In the sacred tradition of Islam, Allah, this is love. To fly toward a secret sky, to cause 100 veils to fall each moment. In the sacred tradition of all other religions, you may now together say any additional names of divinity that you would like to invoke. Satikenaste, sure. Meyakatas. Let us now uncross our legs and close our eyes if they are not closed already. Take a long and deep breath in and out. And in and out. As you take another deep breath, relax and let go of the day. Let go of the people, the challenges. Let go and just be. And when you are ready, put your feeling attention into your heart center and relax. Imagine a bright sun, warm, floating above your head. Its rays are emanating down into the crown of your head. This sun is releasing a pure white light. This light is floating down, filling your head, your neck. It floats across your shoulders, down your arms, and out your hands. It fills your torso. Your organs are enveloped in this pulsating, purifying light of the sun. As the sunlight continues to float down your body through your legs and out the bottom of your feet, it washes away all impurities, all imperfections, all pain and dis-ease are washed deep into the central core of the earth. Your body is filled with divine energy. And right now, you're a whole, perfect, and complete. Let's take a breath in. As the light continues to energize, pulsate, and vibrate, allow it to expand out through your auric field, filling the first layer around you. Then the second layer, the third layer about 4 feet around you. And as you continue to feel the perfection of your light body, it expands and fills all of the space. You're 50 feet big, all that space about you. We fill this room with divine essence. Continue to expand your awareness in divine essence out of this center and imagine and intend that you are now permeating all of Southern California with a pure divine essence. Expand your awareness to include all of California, all of the United States, and allow it now to just float out across the globe, enveloping Mother Earth, all of her beings, with pure, divine, white light. Perfection is now vibrating and pulsating, connecting all beings on this planet as we gather with conscious intent to heal, balance, harmonize, and unify the islands of light. Deep breath in. Let it all go. And with that breath, we have now set the vibrational tone for this ceremony, Wesak, the legend. So bring your attention now, slowly and gently back into this spot, this place, into your awareness, in this room and time. Take another nice deep breath. And as you're ready, open your eyes. And we begin again.
These are the general instructions. Preparation for Wesak begins 3 days in advance Hierarchies of light align over a central point in the secret valley to prepare for the blessings of the Buddha. This full moon, we travel multidimensional through time and space, and we participate in the water blessing ceremony, which will accelerate our spiritual evolution. So we will recreate this event. When we begin, the Lord of Civilization will invoke the hierarchies of light and bless the 6 directions of space. Together, we will tune into our higher spiritual being and ignite the divine light in our physical bodies. We have set up the energetic grid. So inhale and breathe in your own divine essence and bless the water. You will be instructed as to when you can drink the water that has been blessed. Tonight, we are the light workers, setting the tone for humanity in this coming year. We will drink together, unified in community and in support of God's great plan for Earth. In communion, in unison with each other and the great masters. After that, we'll then enter into our silent meditation. So let's do the Om Shanti. We need to be by the microphone. Grab that one. Do you want me to lie? Doesn't matter what side we're on. Put it back. Oh. It's not live. Testing. Om Shanti. You can hear me? Okay, great. Okay, you can listen.
If you have your percussion instruments, now is your time.
Repeat the word peace and harmonize on that. So, let there be peace, peace, peace. Let there be peace in my mind. Let there be peace in the earth. Let's all stand.
Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. 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 Om Shanti, Om.
Peace within my heart.
Peace within my heart, God and only God is moving me. Peace within my heart, God and only God I live to see. Peace within my heart, God and only God is moving me. Thank you. Peace within my heart, God and only God I live to see. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. 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 Om Shanti, Om.
Peace within the earth.
Peace within the earth, God and only God is moving me. Peace within the earth, God and only God I live to see. Peace within the earth, God and only God is moving me. Peace within the earth, God and only God I live to see. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. 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 Om Shanti, Om Shanti.
Pretty sweet.
It was.
Let us begin. As you inhale, imagine, visualize, feel, and see sparkles of purple, violet light. See this as the violet transmuting flame, which is now filling our sacred space, emanating up from the floor, clearing, dissolving, and dissipating all disease, all impurity, all imperfections, all pain and illusion as it rises up through our bodies and out into the world like a violet, transparent vapor. Brilliant shifts have begun to take place already in anticipation and preparation as this sacred space is transformed into the sacred valley.
Yay! There is a valley lying at a rather high altitude in the foothills of the Himalayan Tibetan ranges. It is surrounded by high mountains on all sides, except towards the northeast, where there is a narrow opening in the mountain range. The valley is bottle-shaped in contour, with the neck of the bottle to the northeast, and it widens very considerably towards the south. Up towards the northern end, close to the neck of the bottle, there is a huge flat rock. There are no trees or shrubs in the valley, which is covered with a kind of coarse grass.
Approaching the time of the full moon of Taurus, pilgrims from the surrounding districts begin to gather. The holy men and the lamas find their way into the valley and fill the southern and the middle parts, leaving the northeastern end relatively free. There, so the legend goes, gathers a group of those great beings who are the custodians on earth of God's plan for our planet and for humanity. This group of knowers of divinity are the main participants in the Wesak festival. They arrange themselves in the northeastern end of the valley in concentric circles and prepare for a great act of service. In front of the rock, looking towards the northeast, stand those beings who are called by their disciples the three great lords. These are the Christ, who stands in the center, the Lord of the living forms, the Manu, who stands at his right, and the Lord of civilization, who stands to his left. These three lords face the rock upon which rests a great crystal ball full of water.
The Christ is an office held by the disciple who, through multiple lifetimes, has awakened his latent potential faculties and consciously climbed the tree of life, rung after rung, life after life, each time attaining the great initiation of self-realization. Upon reaching the heart temple, the sixth rung, he became a perfect master and entered the heart of the Absolute at will. He bridges the heavens and the earth and has anchored the light of the Christos, the energy of the I am that I am, which emanates from God the Absolute, into each and every heart center of each and every human, unfolding as the divine forces of love, wisdom, and power. Lord Manu, the Lord of living forms, is a title accorded to the forefather of mankind. He was the very first king to rule this earth. Legend has it that he saved mankind from the universal flood. Imbued with great wisdom and devoted to virtue, he always spoke the truth. In Manu's race have been born all human beings who have been called Manavas, which means mankind. Lord of civilization represents people from all spiritual paths, sends out the universal clarion call to the ascended masters, the teachers and the guardians who guide humanity, asking them to send light, love, and spiritual direction needed to build a world of justice, unity, and peace, awakening the will to love, stimulating humanity to live in a cooperative unity.
Behind the grouped masters, adepts, initiates, and senior workers are to be found the world's disciples and aspirants in their various grades and groups, either in the body or out of the body, who at this time constitute the new group of world servers. Those present in their physical bodies have found their way there by ordinary means. Many are present in their spiritual bodies, and others in the dream state. The dream, which they later relate, has been uniformly registered by people throughout the world and bears the testimony to the recollection of an inner spiritual happening.
You may allow your eyes to close anytime you desire as we recite the Lord of Civilization, the hierarchy of light invocation. From the south, we open the portal of truth and trust. From the west, we open the portal of mystery and magic. From the north, we open the portal of wisdom and knowledge. From the east, we open the portal of enlightenment and mirrors and bring forth the mirror of self-reflection. As above, so below. I call upon the hierarchies of light to transform this sacred space and transport us into the secret valley now. I invoke the 7 mighty Elohim builders of our universe to be present here and now. I call the angelic host to sound. I command the archangels to anchor this sacred space with their swords of truth. Brilliant crystalline light descends upon us, envelops and permeates everyone. As we breathe in, our higher spiritual being fills our bodies with the divine light of perfection. Inhale and breathe in your own divine essence. Let your higher light, your higher being, fill your entire body now. Breathe in and shine. The hierarchies continue to descend, bringing our guardians, guides, and teachers. The conscious circle of humanity, the Brotherhood of the White Lodge, the guardians of the planet, the guardians of the universe, the guardians of light are present here and now. As the hour of the full moon approaches, a stillness settles down upon the crowd, and all look towards the northeast. Certain ritualistic movements take place in which the group masters and their disciples of all ranks take up symbolic positions and form on the floor of the valley significant sacred geometrical symbols and other well-known formations, all of which have a deep and powerful meaning. This is all done to the sound of certain chanted words and esoteric phrases called mantras. The Christ blesses each symbol.
The square, foundation. The square represents the physical world and the four compass directions, north, east, south, and west. In the square, we have an emblem of the perfect right action and eternal justice that governs all things. The great elements of earth, water, air, and fire in service to all. Om Prakriti Dharma Hum. Om Prakriti Dharma Hum. Om Prakriti Dharma Hum. Triangle. Creative action. As above, so below. The triangle pointing up is the assertive masculine principal force, and the triangle pointing down is the feminine receptive principle, the energy of action. Om Kriya Shakti Hum. Om Kriya Shakti Hum. Om Kriya Shakti Hum. The cross, the joining of heaven and earth. By using the sign of the cross in a conscious manner, we can create within ourselves a condition that is supportive of mystical experiences and expanded awareness. We, in fact, make ourselves open and willing channels for cosmic wisdom, universal love, and creative power to manifest in our lives and in the world. The jewel in the lotus. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. The circle with the dot. Will. It represents the cycles of nature, evolution, and time. It's a simple symbol of unity, embracing all in infinity, without beginning or end, perfect and complete. God is a circle whose center is everywhere and whose circumference is nowhere. The wielder of the thunderbolt. Om Vajrapani Hum. Om Vajrapani Hum. Om Vajrapani Hum. Place your attention on the stupas. Please take a moment to ignite the light within your heart as a candle. We'll take a few moments for this process while viewing the stupas, and let's stay in reverence of the moment. As you light that internal candle, we will pause in silent meditation while contemplating the four stupas. And let's remain in the consciousness of peace, of compassion, and of harmony.
The expectancy and the waiting, onlooking crowd becomes very great, and the tension is real and increasing. Through the entire body of people, there seemed to be a stimulation or potent vibration, which has the effect of awakening the souls of those present, fusing and blending the group into one united whole, and lifting all into a great and spiritual act of spiritual demand, readiness, and expectancy. It is the climax of the world's aspirations, focused in the waiting group. These three words, demand, readiness, and expectancy, best describe the atmosphere surrounding those present in the sacred valley. All of the participants in the watching crowd raised their eyes towards the sky in the direction of the narrow part of the valley. Just a few minutes before the exact time of the full moon, in the distance, a tiny speck can be seen in the sky. It comes nearer and nearer and grows in clarity and definition of outline until the form of the Buddha can be seen seated in the cross-legged lotus position, clad in his sacred robe, bathed in the light and color, and with his hand extended in blessing. The chanting and rhythmic weaving grows stronger and stronger in the sacred valley.
When the Buddha arrives at a point exactly over the great rock, hovering there in the air over the heads of the three great lords, a great mantra used only once a year is sounded. The Christ intones a great vibration into the center of the great central sun. A beam of pure divine light emanates from the heart of God, the Absolute, into the bowl, which pulsates and vibrates the crystalline structure of the water, transforming it into the elixir of life. I am, I am, I am, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi. I am, I am, I am, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi. I am, I am, I am, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi. brahmasmi, aham brahmasmi.
This invocation sets up a great vibration or thought current, which is of such potency that it reaches up from the group of aspirants, disciples, and initiates who employed it to the being we know as God, the Absolute. It makes the supreme moment of intense spiritual growth and rehabilitation. These effects last throughout the entire year.
The effects of the great invocation is universal and cosmic and serves to link us up with that cosmic center of spiritual force from which all created beings have come. The blessing is poured forth, and the Christ, as the representative of humanity, receives it in trust for distribution. So let us all raise our hands and face our palms to bless the water. And now focus your attention and intention, sending waves of harmony, peace, compassion, joy through your hands into the water as we all intone. Namo Quan Shi Yin Pusa. We will do that 3 times. Namo Quan Shi Yin Pusa. Namo Quan Shi Yin Pusa. Namo Quan Shi Yin Pusa. Thank you. The blessing is now complete.
The Buddha's annual service for humanity is over, and he returns again to the high place where he works and waits. Year after year, he comes back in blessing. Year after year, he and his great brother, the Christ, work in the closest cooperation for the spiritual benefit of humanity. 2 aspects of the divine light have been focused by these 2 great sons of God as they act together as custodians of the highest type of spiritual force to which our humanity can resume. Through the Buddha, the wisdom of God is poured forth. Through the Christ, the love of God is manifested in humanity. And it is in this wisdom and love which pour forth each Wesak, full moon, for the spiritual revitalization of humanity.
The great invocation. From the point of light within the mind of God, light streams forth into our mind. Light descends on earth.
From the point of love within the heart of God, love streams forth into our hearts. Love increases on earth.
From the center, where the will of God is known, purpose guides our wills, the purpose which the masters know and serve.
From the center, which we call humanity, the plan of love and light works out and seals the door where ignorance dwells. Light, love, and power restore the plan on earth.
When the Buddha has again disappeared, the crowd rises to their feet. The water in the bowl is distributed to the masters, initiates, and disciples. This beautiful water ceremony of communion is the symbol of the new age which is upon us the Aquarian Age. The age of the water carrier is portrayed. We are ushering in the golden age of humanity. The story of the universality of God's love, the need for our individual purification, and the opportunity to share with each other that which belongs to all is perpetuated in this ceremony. The water which you are about to drink has been magnetized by the presence of the Buddha and the Christ. It carries certain properties and virtues of healing and helpful nature.
Let the water procession begin. Remember to stay in the sacred moment. You will be invited up to get your water.
So we'll sit and just hold on to the glass with your reverent intention and attention, remembering that the vibration of who you're being is penetrating that water as well. So the Buddha's energy, the Christ's energy, and your energy. Sigh. And the men in the sound, do you have water? Yes. Okay, thank you. So we all have our water in hand. Take a nice deep breath in together. We take time and we unite our hearts and our minds with that of the highest beings here this evening as we invoke their awareness, their presence. We drink of this blessed water. So focus your attention on your water. Together in love and compassion, let us take communion and drink the elixir of life. As we drink, our bodies are filled with divine essence, pure crystalline light, pulsates and vibrates our cells, sparkle and shine, reigniting our divine blueprint. Bathe in this healing, loving, nurturing essence as we enter into the silence.
It is now time to return back to the present space-time continuum. Please take a deep breath in and let it out. Again, let us take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, feel your feet on the floor of the chair under you. Move your fingers and toes and return fully into the present. Thus blessed, the crowd silently disperses, and the masters, disciples, and initiate, and others return with renewed strength for another year of world service.
Have you guys come back? Are you back from the Sacred Valley? Wow, I hope it felt as great to you all as it did to me. I just thought I heard it in a new way after not hearing it in person for the last 3 years. It was beautiful. So we're going to do our closing invocation. If you have your program, it's on the inside cover. We're going to recite it together. We'll let Patrick get one. You're supposed to know this by heart by now. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Father, Mother, God and Goddess, thank you for the blessings we have received. Be with us now as we leave this sacred circle and go forth into our daily lives, taking the energy generated here tonight out into our homes, our work, the people we love, and all we touch. May we be your open channels into this world each day. Oh. I just really want to recognize Florence and Kabbalah and Karina for the beautiful bowls tonight. I thought it added so much. And Burl for your drumming. And that's a segue into SUM is an all-volunteer board. So all of us up here tonight, we're the board of SUM. And Frank in the back, our president, doing the hard work in the booth. And thank you, Mike. We love being here in our new home at CSL Granada Hills. There's Sunday services here every Sunday at 10 a.m. Correct, Mike?
9 and 10:30.
Oh, 2 services? Yeah. Oh, fantastic. 2 services for you to choose from, 9 and 10:30. So we just love being here, and thank you all tonight for coming out. As I mentioned, we're an all-volunteer board, but we are a 501c3 that is in need of donations. We say we don't have dues or fees, but we do have expenses.
And the link is in the chat.
Oh, okay. The link is in the chat for those of you that are tuning in online. So we rent the space here. Usually we have a speaker and a musician that we like to pay an honorarium to. We ask for a $20 donation, but as Patrick says, we'll take denominations of all kinds because we're a non-denominational organization. Well played. I think, Florence, could you come up and tell us about next month's ceremony? Wayne Perry? Because I don't know him, and we don't have a flyer right now.
Next month, we're going to have a wonderful world-renowned sound healer, Wayne Perry. And he's been doing this for a long, long time, probably as long as Kabbalah and I have been doing it. And but he's traveled all over the world, so he'll be bringing his knowledge and his healing sounds to us in June. What's the date in June?
June 1st.
June 1st. Thank you, Fred.
And that is my birthday, so
So
that'd be a
hope to
great
see
day.
you here again.
All right, do we have anything else? Patrick? Oh, come up. Yes, of course.
All right. So I just want to acknowledge that, the Wesak, the Legend of Wesak comes from the Alice Bailey teachings. Just Google that if you want to find out more information. But I also want to acknowledge one of our past board presidents, Basha Dernis. Didn't you? So she, amazing healer and spiritual presence. And so she took the Legend of Wesak and molded it into, everyone contributed, but she spearheaded it and created this presentation that we experienced tonight. And when the Buddha was coming in, I saw her piggybacking on his back and going like this, let's do this! Let's do this, people! And finally, I just want to acknowledge the staff for when we used to prepare these, and I was the president, we used to talk about the wow factor, creating the wow factor. Did we get a wow factor tonight? Yes. Can we give them some love for all the work that they put into these? And I feel like with COVID, and we did a lot of changing around, and Frank did a lot of work with that, and everyone pulled together, and we still kept them going. And then when we moved, because we weren't at the Onion anymore, and so we kind of had a drop off in attendance, which happens when you move. But baby, we're back.
Thank you, Patrick.
Nancy, you might mention that we need to put chairs.
Thank you, Patrick. That was very loving and sweet, and we love you. As he mentioned, he was the past president for like 14 years, 12 years, and we've been doing this longer than you now. So, wow. I think we're going to move into our closing ritual. And then just a minute after the closing ritual, we love you all to talk. But if you can move into the fellowship hall to talk or out that way, because we do need to put all these chairs back. We loved moving them into like this semicircle, so we felt like we were in the valley. We'd like to do this every month, though. So anyway, but thank you. So I'm going to... Oh, who knows whose phone that is? Could be mine back there. I hope not. Gaia Mama has, this is Gaia Mama, Kabbalah Bach. Yes, yay, Kabbalah. And Florence, they have CDs out in the front, or after the, by the Healing Box. And is there a donation? $5 donation for those CDs. So, and they play these beautiful bowls on and great meditation music. So, all right, come on up, Dina.
Okay. Oh, yay! I'm about to open things up again. Excuse me. Thank you all for coming. It's been a joy to be with you in the valley, in the Himalayan mountains, and we all stayed warm. So we appreciate you. As we come to the close of our full moon ceremony this evening, let us take just a moment to savor the centered focus of healing energy that we have generated here together. Doesn't it feel good? And remember that as you let your own light shine, you simultaneously give other people permission to do the same. And clearly knowing yourself, clearly knowing yourself as an instrument of light. We are so much light. A being of spirit, you add one more grain of sand to the scales that hold the balance of our global future. And you are the grain of sand that tips it. We're already there. We've tipped it. I would like to invite the candle lighters to come back up. just be with the table. And now you're all invited to come and join us here at the table with the candles and the water. And let us embody the spiritual power that has been generated here tonight, received from the forces of light that guide this service. Let us focus that energy into the group center, allowing it to rise up, allowing it to pour, allowing it to be filled and felt. We pour this blessing now out into our world, extending its positive healing effect throughout the awareness of humankind and the consciousness of our planet. We together will sound an extended free-form Om. As the sacred tone pours through you, feel yourself participating. Really feel it, drawing this healing love energy deeply into yourself, and then send it out into your life, into our world. As we sound the Om, let us consciously extend our blessing to our planetary life, Mother Earth, including the animals, the trees, the air, and the water, as well as to all those who are in need of healing now. And for those we would like to include in this healing circle, we speak their names together silently or audibly. Thank you. And with power, love, and intelligence, let us send out this healing light energy to transform the consciousness of humankind. Thank you. Namaste. Blessings and good night.